Hey there, online students. It's Dr. Beer. Welcome to the weekly video update for Monday, October 25th. It's the 10th week of classes. We're 2/3 of the way through the semester. That's pretty exciting. It's been a pretty busy time in the Beer household. I was absent last week from normal duties because I was out teaching at a pastor's retreat. I had been invited to come teach on the book of Galatians, and then this group of pastors is going to commit to preach out of the book in the next year, and they're going to share sermons and help one another be more accurate and appropriate with their messages. So it was really fun. It was enjoyable to see those pastors. A lot of them were graduates of DTS, some of whom I'd had before. One of them was a student who had been in my very first Greek class I ever taught as a full professor, or not as a full professor, but when I first got hired in fall of 2004. So that was a real blast from the past, and it's really exciting to see students who are out doing their ministry, preaching and teaching and shepherding people. So I was very excited about that. But at any rate, that's why I was gone. But we've also had a lot of band competitions as of late. October is marching band competition season, and unfortunately, North Forney High School has now come to an end. We went from region to area, but we did not advance from area to state. So we're a little sad about that, but I think we've got good groundwork for a great year next year. Unfortunately, these kids won't have an opportunity to go back to state unless we change our classification. 5A schools went this year. 6A schools go next year, so if we change to 6A, which is a possibility, we might get a chance to go again. So at any rate, that's where we are and kind of what's been taking up a lot of my family time as of late. But I hope all of you are doing great. It's now a fall. We've still got a hot day today, but some cool weather's coming. Should be a real enjoyable next couple of weeks in October and early November. So I'm really excited about the new weather and excited about getting ready for Thanksgiving, reading week, etc. All right, so without further ado, here's what we've got going on for the week. Excuse me, in NT 5103, we are now back in our normal mode of translating and working through study guides. We had a section in which we worked on the noun. We read through Dr. Wallace's text, and then we're now going through the book of Philippians again. I want to remind you that our goal is to use translation and the study guides together. I know it's easy to just kind of get through the translation, but I really would like for you to think about it in tandem with the study guides, because it's a great way to think carefully about how the cases are working, how what you're reading is informing your understanding of the syntax. It's just the lab part of what we are doing, and I really want to encourage you to take it seriously. It will really increase your understanding of the scripture and help you understand better what truths you can get from it and how to apply it in your life. So it really is a very tangible spiritual exercise. But we're in that vein. It's going to be study guides and translation for the next few weeks until we get towards the last part of the semester. And so I hope it's exciting for you. In NT 5104, we are still in that module in which we are working on exegesis in Ephesians. This is an open module in which you are kind of going through it at your own pace. And then the exegetical paper is going to be due November the 3rd, a week from Wednesday. But I am probably going to change the date. I'm a little behind on my grading for this class. And I'd hope to have it done by now, but I will very likely change the date once I get all the grading done to give you a little bit more time, because obviously I want you to go back and review the materials to make corrections, etc. So look for that. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do, but likely by Wednesday or so I'll be able to make a decision, and I'll send you an email about that. And then in NT 5110, we are currently in the module in which we deal with the apostolic roots of the gospel tradition. This is a pretty important module because it reminds us that the gospel material that we have is from those who were directly connected to Jesus in his life and ministry. It's not made up by the early church, as is oftentimes affirmed, and so it is directly related to Jesus's historical ministry. And so recognizing that and those connections can be really, really helpful and important. And so that's what we focus on in this particular unit. You'll notice it's a normal unit. We've got a discussion question, nothing due on the paper. I'll be grading your bibliography and your outline very soon. And then you can gear up to finish your actual research paper at the end of the next unit. But I hope all of you are doing great. It's a good time to be in seminary. It's a good time to be studying. It's a good time to be involved in your local church. It's just a great season of life. And so I hope that you're excited about what is in front of you this week and what God has for you. I will be praying for you, and you're always welcome to get in touch with me as needed. And I hope you have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next Monday for the next weekly video update.